Viruses are incredibly small. They are much smaller than bacteria. We need powerful microscopes to see them. Viruses are very simple. They are basically just packages of genetic material. This material can be DNA or RNA. A virus's genetic material is surrounded by a protein coat. This coat protects the genetic material. The coat also helps the virus infect cells. Viruses are everywhere. They are found in the air, water, and soil. They infect all living things, from bacteria to humans. Viruses cannot reproduce on their own. They need a host cell to make more viruses. A virus infects a cell by attaching to its surface. Then the virus injects its genetic material into the cell. The viral genetic material takes over the cell's machinery. The cell starts making copies of the virus. New viruses are assembled inside the cell. Eventually, the cell bursts open and releases the new viruses. Cells can be very specialized. They can have specific functions. Some cells help us see, other cells help us fight off infections. Specialization allows cells to be more efficient. They can focus on doing one thing very well. When cells specialize, they lose other functions. For example, muscle cells can't think. Brain cells can't contract. This shedding of functions can be an advantage. It makes cells more streamlined. They don't waste energy on things they don't need. Viruses are very different from other microbes. Bacteria, for example, are much more complex. Bacteria have their own machinery for making proteins. Viruses do not. They have to use the machinery of their host cell. Viruses are also different from multicellular organisms. Multicellular organisms are made up of many cells. Viruses are just single particles. Some scientists argue that viruses are not even alive. They say that viruses are just pieces of genetic material that can replicate. Section 5, Masters of Efficiency. Why viruses might be winning. Viruses are incredibly efficient at what they do. They have evolved to replicate quickly and spread easily. Viruses are very small and simple. This makes them difficult for our immune systems to detect. Viruses can also mutate very quickly. This helps them to evolve resistance to drugs and vaccines. In many ways, viruses are the ultimate survivors. They have been around for billions of years. They will likely be around for billions more. Section 6, Immortality. Can viruses live forever? Viruses don't age in the same way that we do. They don't experience the same wear and tear. Outside of a host cell, viruses exist in a dormant state. They are not technically alive. They are not replicating or evolving. Once inside a host cell, a virus can reactivate. It can start replicating and spreading again. In a way, viruses can be seen as immortal. They can exist in this dormant state for long periods. Section 7, The Meaning of Life. Are viruses alive? The question of whether viruses are alive is a complex one. There is no easy answer. Scientists have traditionally defined life as something that can grow, reproduce, and evolve. Viruses can certainly reproduce and evolve, but they can only do these things with the help of a host cell. Some scientists argue that viruses are a form of life. Others argue that they are something else entirely. Section 8, Rethinking Evolution, a New Perspective. Viruses challenge our traditional understanding of evolution. They show us that there are many different ways to be successful in nature. Viruses are not complex organisms like animals or plants, but they are incredibly well adapted to their environment. Viruses have evolved to exploit a fundamental aspect of life, the need to replicate genetic material. By understanding viruses, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the diversity of life on Earth. Section 9, a conclusion, the future of life. Are viruses the answer? Viruses are a fascinating and important part of the natural world. They play a vital role in the evolution of life. Viruses can be dangerous, they can cause diseases, but they can also be beneficial. They can help to control populations of other organisms. As we continue to learn more about viruses, we will gain a better understanding of our own place in the universe. What does the future hold for viruses? Will they continue to evolve and adapt? And what role will they play in the future of life on Earth?